Hi, if you are new to my channel, my name is Britta Menzel and I am a relocation and luxury real estate specialist. Today we are going to be talking with my friend Emmett here about a new loan program. So Emmett, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks, Britta. Yes, my name is Emmett Munson. I work with Fannie Mae Home Mortgage. I've been doing home loans for about 22 years now. Love it. It's been a great career, and I'm very excited to introduce or talk about some of the new programs we have to offer.
Excellent. Well, Emmett just recently introduced me to a new program, and I believe it's a brand new program.
It is.
Altogether, right? It's called
Correct.
Cash to Keys?
Yes, it's called Cash to Keys, and there's two parts to this program. The one that we'll focus on today is called Buy Now, Sell Later. And basically, in a nutshell, I'll tell you how it works. If you currently own a home now, and you want to buy a new home, but you don't want to sell your current home yet before you buy your new home, that's where we come in.
Excellent. So can you give me like a real life example of somebody who would use this program and what their situation might be?
Yeah, so let's say in this market, it's very difficult because the inventory is so low. And so I have a lot of clients, and I'm sure you do as well, that they're like, well, boy, I don't want to sell my home without first finding a home that I can move into. Because if I sell my home before I find a home, then I'm going to be stuck either renting or living with family or whatever the case may be. So what we will do is we will come in and we will buy the home that your clients would like to purchase initially with cash, allow them up to 6 months to sell their current home. Once they do, they buy the home back from us.
Excellent. So basically, it's a way for homeowners to buy a new home without having to use that contingency of having to sell their current home.
Correct. We remove the finance contingency. You know how most contracts are is, well, we're going to close this Friday, and by 5 p.m. you have to have all your stuff out of your house and moved into the new house. So that's not always realistic, and so again, this program has a lot of benefits to a lot of different types of borrowers or clients. I kind of told you a little bit from the lender's perspective on how this can benefit certain buyers or clients, but from a realtor's perspective, what would you say would be beneficial for somebody to use this program?
That's a fantastic question. So right now, as most of you are aware, it is kind of a seller's market. There's not a lot of inventory available, and so a lot of homeowners are concerned about trying to sell their existing home because chances are it's going to sell fairly quickly. And if they're not able to find and purchase a new home right away, then they're going to be stuck either trying to rent or live with family members until they can find something.
Right, which can provide extra costs, or maybe your family members aren't as close as they used to be by moving in. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we also have the opportunity, if you're able to buy your new home and move out first, that allows us to give you the space you need to make any repairs on the existing home before listing it on the market so that you can get top dollar for your sale. Also, it allows us to stage the home so that you're not constantly trying to clean up and prepare for those showings that may come in last minute. Hey, we have somebody who wants to come by in 30 minutes. Oh, my house is not ready. Right. Especially if you have small children.
Yeah, and we've done this now for probably 18 or 20 months. And, there's a lot of success stories and a lot of people that have used this. And the original intent was because the market was so hot that a cash offer was the only way you could get an offer accepted. And what we have found through doing this for 18 months is there's just a lot of reasons why people want to buy a home prior to selling their home. I think it provides a benefit to a lot of different types of people, and you don't have to have 20% down, 30% down, or 50% down. Yeah. It's just a regular conventional VA loan.
Fantastic. Now, you said this program's been going for 18 months?
It has on a national level. Our corporate offices are in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and we got this program like the end of July, the first part of August.
Okay.
And it took a little bit of traction to get it going, but now that we've done about a half dozen so far, really can see the value that this brings the real estate agents and their clients. It's just been tremendous for these people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, so this is something that Annie Mac came up with. So is this
Yeah.
something that's not available through other lenders?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, Annie Mac masterminded this, and the original thought process actually came from how big companies use relocation entities to buy a home for one of their employees, so they don't have the stress of moving from one location to another location. They can move into this new house because their employer purchased their home with cash. And so, actually that's not exactly how it works, but that's where we got the idea, is we will go ahead and buy a home for you with cash and allow you up to 6 months to sell your current home. Once you do, you can buy the home back from us at the same sales price. It's not like we're trying to, there are some fees and costs to it, and we can certainly go over those at another time. But it's actually, when you look at the benefit cost analysis, you're probably much better off doing it this way than to try to do, well, let's face it, if you're just frozen and you don't dare sell your home because you have no place to go, this is perfect for you.
So a question I have for you, what happens in that 6 months between when you guys purchase the home for cash and the buyers are trying to sell their existing home?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, first of all, when we buy the home with cash, they are welcome to move in. What they end up doing is they're going to accrue rent. They're actually not going to pay for it because we don't want them to have a cash flow issue, but they will accrue rent as soon as they move into the home.
And you mentioned, relocation with companies.
Yes.
So does that work between different states, whether somebody is relocating to Idaho or leaving Idaho to go somewhere else?
Yeah, it's a great question. It does. So the program has county-specific restrictions. So for our area, like Ada County, Canyon County, Gem County, Payette County, Kootenai County, Nez Perce County, a lot of counties in Idaho are eligible for this program. But to answer your question, let's say you're in California and you want to sell your home in California to buy a home here. Totally works. We will do the analysis on their current home in California. We'll buy the home here in Idaho with cash. Once they sell their home in California, they buy it back from us. But it's a great question, and it works the opposite way. If you're moving from Idaho to a different state, as long as that county is approved, then they can participate in this program.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today and answering all these questions. If anyone has additional questions about this program, feel free to reach out to Emmett or myself. I will include both of our contact information below.
Thank you, Britta. I appreciate it.
If you'd like more information about relocating to Boise, Idaho, don't hesitate to reach out.